A new project in the shop for some metal work. Nothing custom on this one, but the 68 Camaro was behind me. Just going to get some panel replacement. We're going for floor pans, trunk floor, wheelhouses, quarters, tail pan, possibly some work under the windshield. Like I say, this is a typical Midwest Camaro. It's been fixed many times throughout the years, and this customer bought it, decides he wants to tear it down completely and just start all over with new stuff. So I'll give you a walk around. I'll show you what's wrong with it. And we'll get it up in the air and then take a peek underneath. All right, let's check this thing out. That's the cowl area I was talking to you about earlier. Maybe hard to see in the video, but this whole area along through here is all fiberglass. So we'll be checking that out. One thing I did fail to mention is that someone has removed the drip edge from this. I can't really get my thumb underneath it, but this is not even welded. It's just sitting there. Take a peek inside of the floor. Let's see. The front floor pan's been replaced. Obviously the rear has. A few patches in the back going up to the trunk. So initially, quarters don't look too bad, but we haven't been in the trunk yet. We'll be checking that out shortly. We'll come around to the back. You Camaro guys will spot this right away. There's supposed to be a seam between the tail pan and the quarter, and it's all been bonded up. Gap on the trunk's not terrible, but it hasn't been messed with. Come over here to the other side. Same thing. No seam. This one's a little easier to spot how funky the top of that quarter is on the corner. Come around here. See, drip edge is gone on this side as well. Take a peek down inside. It pretty much speaks for itself. Like I say, that one popped out. That is your typical Midwest Camaro. We'll jump out back, take a peek in the trunk here. All right, got the trunk lid opened. I'm gonna take a peek inside. Initially, it doesn't look terrible. We'll get in there a little closer. See along the back here on that drop, bunch of fiberglass, and along those stamped lines in the spare tire holder, it looks like it's got some fiberglass in there as well. And on the other side. So this is a big one when you're checking cars out. You want to look inside the quarters and way up inside. I'll set the light down there so I can get the old camera up here. And you can see where the factory quarter was. It's been cut. And there's a screw sticking down up there that's not visible on the top. Come around to the other side, and like I say, same thing. But they're coming off, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, got the Camaro up in the air. Hoist has been in the shop since the shop was new in 1955, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's true and square and level, so that's why I use it. But it is completely useless for any kind of new car or trying to get a transmission out. So fortunately, I don't do that kind of work. I'm gonna walk over here, take a peek at the front of the floor pans. And you can see what we got going on underneath, which is why that's coming out. All right. peek here. Subframe. No mount in the back of this one. Peek at the other floor pan from underneath. It's like this kind of stuff you can see without having it on a hoist. So buyer beware when you're getting an old car. See what the wheel wells look like. Well, before we get there, supposed to be a seam here, which there's not. Take a peek up at the wheelhouses. Initially, don't look too bad. Peek down in the corner. Whip around here. There's a good shot of it. A little peek underneath. Let's get the light right here. A little peek underneath at that side. Shot at the inside of that one. Come around to the front. Let's say no seam on that side either. We'll get a shot on this side. Just a small gap up front there. All right, that was just a quick view of the Camaro. What we're going to start with, I got to get the subframe out, I got to get the rear suspension out, gas tank out, get the glass out of it. And once I start ripping everything apart, I'll go into some more detail and start with the main floor pan because it's here. I'll talk at you guys later.